So you are the leather-like case that comes with one of these Sony super wide-angle lenses. Besides that back here, you get of course the yellow box that you are probably used to with all other Sony lenses. And you must be the 12 to 24mm f4 Master lens. And that's the front cover for the 12 to 24mm because you can't attach any filter on here, so you must carry this protection case in front for the front element, and if you lose it, it's probably quite expensive. As you can see, there's no chance to attach a filter right away onto the front element. But if you want to have a solution for that, I might post a link in the video description below. There are not too many buttons and switches around the lens. It's just these two, and that's it. Buying this lens for more than 2,000 euros or US dollars, you can expect some great quality, though the overall build quality on this lens super solid, and if you zoom, you have a nice resistance if you step through the entire focal length from 24 or back from 12 to 24mm. And the focus ring, nice, soft, not too hard, not too soft, so great tool for videos as well. And you must be the wonderful piece of equipment that we're testing the 12 to 24mm lens today. You must be the Sony Alpha 9. With a great build quality, nice grip. What do you have? You have a dual card slot as well. Cool. So enjoy. Last but not least, I have to mention that this lens is made for the Sony E-mount. One important aspect I have to mention, of course, all the Sony Alpha models are famous because they're so light and they have a built-in full-frame sensor. But if you use a lens like the 12 to 24mm, it gets a bit front heavy after a while. So make sure you get something like a battery grip or a nice solid tripod or a great carrying strap, not to be overloaded all the time. Let's start this review talking about the chromatic aberrations. These are the green and magenta looking color fringes around the edges. Nowadays it's super easy to fix them in Lightroom. The 12 to 24mm by Sony is a brand new lens using a new glass technology which prevents these chromatic aberrations. After taking a couple shots in wide angle from a far distance and getting closer to our subjects, we did not find a single evidence for those chromatic aberrations. These files are available for download to have a look at them at home. Apart from the outstanding performance that this lens has when it comes to chromatic aberrations, we continue with vignetting. If you don't know what vignetting means, these are the dark edges around the footage when you shoot at the fastest aperture. Usually you get rid of them using Adobe Lightroom or any other RAW converter. I took a couple shots in Frankfurt at 12 and 24mm. You can find these files in the video description below for private use. At the smallest aperture of f4 you can see some dark edges. At approximately f6.3 these dark edges disappear. Make up your own mind, download these files and compare them at home. The Sony 12 to 24mm f4 Master copes really good with lens flare. Pointing the lens straight into the sun at a certain angle will give you a tiny bit of lens flare, but due to its outstanding build quality, this flare is reduced to a minimum. The closest focusing distance with this lens is at only 28 cm, which is nearly 11 inches. Using Sony's Alpha 9 full frame sensor camera, you will get stunning results at Frankfurt's famous Eiserner Steg, which is the bridge connecting the north with the south side. For those of you who are interested in taking good photos of flowers or insects, a great lens to use. The autofocus is ultra-fast in combination with a Sony Alpha 9. It took under a second to focus these Nile gooses. Consider buying this lens for sports and other activities where you require a fast autofocus. I would see this lens behind a goal during a soccer match or during a wildlife rafting tour. One of the most important questions is, why do you need a lens for 2,000 euro and more? And why do you need especially the Sony 12 to 24mm f4? First of all, It's super compact and ultra light. With 600 grams, it weighs 600 grams less than its competitor by Canon, the 11-24mm f4L lens. These 600 grams can make the difference, trust me. I was already testing both of them. Another reason is that the Sony 12-24mm cost about €1,000 less than the Canon 11-24mm. It's ideal for all kind of interior photography. We deal with this topic in a few moments. Apart from that, it has its strengths when it comes to landscape and architecture photography, because the amount of distortion, especially on straight lines, is reduced to a minimum. On the bottom, the car seems to be a bit longer than usual, but if you compare the footage taken at 12 and 24mm, you rarely see any kind of distortion. I put a couple examples in the video description below. Using this lens on one of Sony's full-frame mirrorless cameras is just great. The compact format with its lightweight makes it a perfect companion for your next trip to a foreign country or city. A big advantage is the lightweight of all Sony models, like the one shown in this video named Sony Alpha 9. The Bokeh is probably one of the best bokeh you can expect to get on a wide-angle zoom lens with an aperture of f4. I took all these shots wide open and I noticed that the bokeh is super soft and looks nice for all kind of interior, close-ups and video shots. If you need more examples to make up your own mind, make sure to check out the download link in the description below. As we're approaching the end of this review, we went to the Kaiserdom at Frankfurt's Riverside. In this part of the review we highlight the need for such a lens for architecture and interior photographers. It doesn't really matter how much space you have, with the 12-24mm by Sony, you create your own space. We took about 40 photos and videos in this huge church, and we noticed that the fast autofocus system works just great on a camera like the Sony Alpha 9. Of these 40 shots, the camera missed just 3. But it's not just about architecture and interior photography. Imagine standing in front of 10,000 people, the crowd is rocking, while you take the best group shot ever on your next job as an event photographer. If I forgot something, let me know, there's some space for creativity below this video. Don't forget to mention the purpose of this lens in your camera bag. Using this lens as a filmmaker, you benefit from a super wide angle lens that does a great job in every term. The focus is super quick, and to be honest with you, I did not hear the lens focusing at all. At the beginning of the review you saw that this lens is not equipped with an optical image stabilizer. Anyways, taking clips at 12 or 24mm does not necessarily require such a feature. If you think that's the end of the world, be advised that most cameras by Sony have an inbuilt 5-axis image stabilizer. The focus ring on this lens worked super smooth, so as the zoom without any major stutters. For almost €2,000 you can expect more for your money than just a lens to record yourself. But if you have the money, why not spending it on a great super selfie wide angle lens with a precise working AF system that tracks you in any situation. After using this lens for almost 2 days, I'm super happy to announce that I have not a single point to mention that would hinder me from giving this lens all 5 stars. It's super compact, robust, and the dust and moisture protection gives you the extra bit of safety when you go outside for a shoot. I can't even criticize the cost price of €2,000 through its outstanding performance. Did I miss something that would have been worth mentioning it? Let me and all the other people know by leaving a comment below. As usual, thanks to Frankfurt's best camera store, GM-Foto, near the Frankfurt airport, where you can purchase this lens from now on. Don't forget to bring in your dirty DSLR camera for a check and clean service. Thanks for watching and have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.